Latina recruiter in Canada. I am back. This is the second out of 3 videos that I'm doing about resume. Hopefully you saw the first one, which I talk more about the difference between Canadian and non-Canadian resumes. Now I'm going to talk about a little bit about the format, how it should look and feel, okay? And I am trying to use a different app, and I can have some images on the side. So hopefully this will be better for you to understand about how a resume should look. So it's very important that you keep your resume nice and clean. The recommendation is use the same font all across your resume, same size of the font. Maybe for your name, you can put your name bigger, and maybe on the titles or of the subjects, like your objective and your skills or strengths, and when you mention professional experience, you can use a bigger font, or bold. Bold is okay too, but don't play around with too many different fonts or too many different sizes, because it's hard to read and it will distract from the objective, which is for them to focus on the information on the resume. Unless you are in a more artistic type of role, like if you're a designer and or a marketing, then you can play more with the fonts and be more playful about it, okay? Now, your contact information should be at the front, on the top, in the middle, but then it's okay to put also repeat, especially your phone number and your email address in each page, because if at that point the hiring manager is interested in you and it sees information, that is easy to connect with you. And the format, as we see it on what we have here on the next or the slide next to me, is try to keep it in that order, right? Keep it chronological. Put first your profile. The profile is more related to where you want to be if you are a newly grad. And if you already have, more than 2-3 years experience on something, and you are very focused on going that career path, is more to talk about who you are and what you're capable of. Then mention what are your skills or your strengths. If you are, just finished school, a newly grad or a newcomer, the education should be mentioned first. If that's not the case, then your education should be at the end. But if you have any diplomas or any certifications that you've done recently, then it's okay to put it at the top of the resume, or before you start talking about your professional experience. Do keep it chronological and in order. Some people try to play around with the chronological part and just put what is most relevant for the job. That sounds very like you're manipulating the information. So please don't do that. Keep it chronological. If there's a role that it wasn't related to the job that you're applying for, keep it there, but keep it simple. If it was a mat leave, mention that. If you took, a sabbatical, then mention that, but keep that order. And you don't need to put references. You can mention, if they are required, that you are willing to provide them. And the other thing is the myth of having only 1 or 2 pages, and I did mention that in my last video. It is not true, because we read resumes all the time, and there are more than 2, 3, or 4, or 5 pages. If you are new to Canada, yes, maybe keep it shorter, 2 pages or 3 pages, because what is relevant is the more Canadian experience you get, then your resume is going to get longer. If you're a newly grad, yes, keep it 1 to 2 pages, but if not, 2, 3, 4 pages, as long as it's relevant for the job that you're applying for, is good. So this is all about the look and the feel of the resume. And my third video, I'm going to go more in detail on how important is how we talk and review the information that is on the resume. Okay, thanks, and hopefully see you soon. Please share and subscribe.